대한 기대와가 길어져 평상시에 TV에 삐뚤어지게 붙여놓은 가족 사진 망망하게 되는 건 집이 없어서 혹은 갈 길이 없어서일까 갈등쯤 일이었지만
꽃들이 피어서 다행이야.
Much more anyway than I understand your whole game. It's not what you said it was. Your memory. I can't believe the guys that were defending that. Really blowing this guy. This guy's just.
Live indefinitely, you know. I mean, that's like me as well, you know, my insurance policy for
Watch out! Watch out!
a little bit before that, I'd actually not consciously affect what we know about ourselves. So we see if the same molecules might be involved in the mammalian learning, and separate lines that inherited these genes that make the memory and defense.
All right, enough. Hey.
Right. And then I was like, oh, I should have just removed it when it, you know.
Yeah.
And then literally I was like, oh, and I forgot to look at it for a couple days, and then like the next week I was like remembered, and I'm like, oh, and it was gone. So, and it was probably histiocytoma too. So they can come up pretty quickly, and they can go down pretty quickly. I think part of his issue is that a lot of times when it's on their foot where they can see it too, they want to look at it more.
I remember it appearing pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right? It got really big really
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
I think it's a histiocytoma. I think we have a couple of options. If we want to be very on the safe side, we could put him on an oral antibiotic. But to be honest, if he was my dog, I'd probably have him wear his cone so he can't lick, and put some topical cream on it for a week or two, and then have him come back. Okay. And, you know, he can have his cone off when you're with him, and you can watch and say, hey, don't lick, you know, kind of thing. And then hopefully too, sometimes the cream does have a little of an anti-itch medication in it, so sometimes we'll notice like after treating it for a while that they just, when you take their cone off, they're not interested in looking at the ointment.
We have like some type of gel for hot spots.
Okay.
Do you think that will work?
Did you get it here?
No, it's from
Walmart. It's probably just
Not-
maybe, it probably doesn't have a very potent antibiotic or
Okay.
anti-inflammatory in it, so I'd probably use a prescription one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one might just.
Yeah.
Cute.
It's a perfect
Little
name.
miniature dingo. Little miniature dingo.
We were trying to figure out a good name for him. and
Yeah.
We were thinking like so deep and it was so ridiculous. I said, yeah, it looks like a dingo.
It does. It's
Yeah.
like, yep, I didn't even have to question which dog it was. Yeah. Perfect.
Didn't even need a question. Little monster. I know, I'm sorry. Little pokes, okay? Good boy. You're
Such a
great.
good
Oh,
He's
it's
so
okay.
You're all right, darling.
Human minds, no food is there. It's all because of that. It's directed towards research if you're studying fear and how you can treat that, different medications, and the ones that make the animal less timid is autonomic consciousness that we're talking about, a self-involved consciousness. For example, the drugs that are available do help people become morphs into anxiety, willfulness to these things in some sense have not worked out. A placebo effect, but it's totally very tough to have. Well, it really, we borrow from experience. That's what our conscious mind is. But fear is not the answer. Fear is, once we understand that, it becomes, I think, a much easier problem, how to approach problems. Spider phobic or snake phobic. Oh, okay. So you are just a picture, but it could be a film. Yeah. Okay. And but it would have to go very fast in the film. So it turns out that it's more about the ability to the racial mixing.
Just amazing. It really is.
Get out the butt, don't knock the butt over, get out the butt. Out.
Spicier than I expected.
On vacation again.
거기다 약간씩 재우자고. 뭐 그런 건가?
야, 이제 오늘 알아보니까 되게 고맙다.